Hey there, this is Tom Pisello, the ROI Guy, and I'm here to talk to you about some recent research from IDC about CIOs and how they don't think your sales reps are measuring up. So most vendors would love to be a trusted partner of the CIO and the companies they're working with, and that's definitely one of the stated executive goals. But unfortunately, one of the things that we see is that CIOs don't exactly feel the same way. In fact, 1 in 10 in a recent survey said that in terms of the vendors and in terms of the sales reps, they're not measuring up at all to that partnership perspective. 1 in 10 feel highly satisfied with the performance that their vendors are strategic, which means 9 out of 10, well, that's less than satisfactory. In fact, 1/3 report that they're less than satisfied with most strategic vendors in relationships with sales reps and specialists. So where is the shortfall? Well, we found that there's 3 key areas where those shortfalls are occurring. One is poor discovery. So your sales reps just aren't asking the right questions. If the CIO goes and tells them about a strategic initiative, usually they're aligned with it. But most CIOs are reporting that your sales reps aren't asking the right discovery questions, aren't delivering the benchmarks that the CIOs would love to have on how they compare and contrast. And here you can do a great job by providing an evaluation framework, by providing discovery and assessment questions, and providing benchmarks that you can stack up against all the KPIs you think you can impact within the organization and how each CIO compares to perhaps others in their industry, location, size, type of company and business. The second area that we see the shortfall of where CIOs say you're falling short, not aligning to outcomes. Unfortunately, most sales reps remain set on a transaction. Funny story we used to get from Brian, who's on our team at HP. He says, HPE sales reps would show up and unfortunately most of them would say, well, how many servers would you like to order today? Unfortunately, CIOs are viewing most sales reps as order takers and not focused on their outcomes. So pitching the latest product and solution, but not concentrating on the business outcomes that ultimately can be achieved. Here, our advice is provide business value frameworks for them to assess the organization, to be able to help them with a business case around the outcomes and quantifying what those outcomes actually can be. And finally, we find that most CIOs say that sales reps, they can't prove the value that's ultimately delivered. CIOs are being held to a new level of accountability, as are most executives within the organization. And this means measured accountability nowadays. So the more your sales reps can help to prove the value that you deliver, the more value that adds to the CIO. And unfortunately, they're indicating that that just doesn't happen. So here, realized ROI becomes important. Exactly how have you impacted the key performance indicators that you think you can? How has that translated into economic value for the company? How have you helped that company reduce cost or avoid spending? How have you helped improve productivity of IT or of the business and the employees? How have you helped to reduce risk substantially, and how have you helped drive revenue? So these are the 3 aspects that we think you can put tools in place to help to improve the relationship and achieve that strategic relationship you want. So CIOs say, yep, indeed, that sales rep, they're delivering strategic value.